with your hosts, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle.
Good Thursday afternoon. Welcome into the Auburn Blitz. You see that phone number at the bottom of the screen, and that's what this show is. A television show that kind of spotlights phone callers out there, Brett. Brett and I have breads buttered from the radio side with Sportz Call for many, many years, and we're excited to have you up here. 256-234-6221 is our phone number. Wide open for you the entire hour of the program today. We had a great podcast this morning. Plenty to talk about, Brett. You know, I wanted to start with a topic that maybe is a little bit outside of Auburn, but was a storyline that came across on college sports. Can you fill us in? I don't know if you've had a chance, but all of this news that's coming down the pipe of, I guess, players in gambling circles, upwards of 26 teams. I saw Alabama State mentioned as one of the teams there, Brett. I'm just kind of getting started with what's going on there. Do you have any background knowledge on that?
Well, just reading through this, I think the FBI did an investigation because of a tip on gambling current and former players, and there's 20 on the indictment sheet. 3 or 4 of them, I think, are still current players. It's no different than any other gambling thing that's ever come up. But I'll say this. I think this is where I want to go with it. You know, it's about point shaving, and it's about, manipulating the outcome of a game because of gambling is what it boils down to. I don't know what else to say, man. Like, sports is out of hand. From the conspiracy theories on NFL to everything being scripted to college, there's no part of me, none, that doesn't think there are probably thousands of these athletes doing it.
In all sports.
In all sports.
Yeah, you said that earlier.
I know it's bad to say this. I just don't think people do the right thing anymore. I think with all this NIL stuff that's been going on and everybody just throwing money around like it's leaves in the wind, there's no integrity to anything anymore. And that's all anybody has become consumed with is how much money I can get. And I have no problem with people going out and earning a living and making as much money as they possibly can based on their talents and based on whatever it is that you have. But this is not that. This is what I was trying to tell you 2 years ago when we were having a talk about capitalism and stuff like that.
Oh, let me jump in, and I want you to jump back in there. I don't give you a lot of benefit of the doubt, but you have been perfectly spoken 2 to 3 years ago, which was multiple years before a lot of us were really concerned. You've been on this. And when it first started, you were like, oh, man, this is going to be really bad. It's going to be bad. It's not, because I'm the guy that's arguing in the stance that the kids deserve some money. If a coach is going to make $10 million a year, which I thought was the market at that point, if Nick Saban showed everybody's hand, then the kids at some point, you can't just keep doing that.
And they deserve some. I agree with that.
But I wanted to jump in just to say that what you're about to say is not something you just started saying.
No, it's not. And, look, I'm not saying I have an answer for this. I'm just saying that I think everything is so corrupt. And that we walk through life and we think, oh, it's just so innocent and pure and everybody's out there competing to the highest level. I mean, all I see is #rigged, and, the fix is in, and every single thing, like it's every night almost with some type of sport, whether it be pro or college or whatever. But when you have so much money controlling betting lines, officiating has been in doubt for a long time now.
Yeah.
We've had officials be busted for cheating. And, it's kind of like a roach crawling across the floor. You see a roach and you go, well, there's not just one. There's probably 100 in the wall that you don't see. And that's where I am with this thing. And look, maybe I'm too far to one side on it, but when we continuously see stuff like this and the stuff that came out several years ago when the FBI made that big presentation, they're going to bust everybody from it's been going on for a long time, but it's more prevalent now because of all the different avenues that you can bet. And just when you give kids the kind of money they have, there's no doubt I would almost throw anything out there and say there are way more people and athletes and officials and all involved in this than we would love to think about. And if they really busted it all, I think the sport would be dead. I think that's how rampant it is in all of it.
Well, it's easy access too now, Brett. You know, when you and I were coming up, you had to have a bookie or someone that you went and bet with. Now it's just part of society. And in a lot of these states, it's as easy as going on the internet and just placing however many bets that you want. And you're already dealing with highly competitive people that are probably prone to getting addicted to things. So what I'm saying is the angle that you're taking is not really the one that I was taking when I started this. It's the athletes too.
Oh, it's
I think the angle that you just took there was not one that I would have gone down. But I think you're dead on.
Integrity in sports anymore. And I hate to say it. And here's a quote.
No, I agree with you.
Here's a quote from Charlie Baker. He said, "Protecting competition integrity is of the utmost importance for the NCAA, and it's of the utmost importance of any sport, because once people really truly think everything is fixed and everything is nefarious, then it's dead." That's why it's so hard to separate the entertainment part from the actual competition part.
Yeah.
And, you know, if you look at the NFL's bio, they're an entertainment company. You know, all these conspiracy theorists have gone out there and they've run with this thing and gone, well, look how everything kind of is always slanted toward this particular team or this particular player or whatever. I mean, do I think everything is scripted?
You're not saying it's pro wrestling, but you're also not saying that it's.
I'm not saying it's pro wrestling, but I'm not saying it may not be as far off from that as people would like to think.
It's sad to say. And probably the two topics that I've talked about the most, water cooler topics this week, dip down into the college ranks and then to the high school ranks, Brett.
Right.
And in both of those regards, it's that topic that you bring up that is the angle that everybody's taking. And that's, we take Auburn, where we're going to build from within, from high school recruiting, and we're going to develop. And if we don't do well, it's our own fault internally. And I'm going back to when you and I were raised in the 80s, where you go and you get 25 kids to commit to your school, and within 5 years, especially if they redshirt, then you've got to get the best out of them. But outside of a couple of them, they're going to be with you the whole time. And then you go back to community-based sports like you and I grew up in here. Like, if we didn't do an immensely good job of, and let's just go to a sport that you know that we worked exceptionally hard in our community, and that was baseball.
Right.
If our parents didn't do an unbelievable job with us starting at 7 years old all the way up to the point where they turned us over to Richie and said, have at 'em, then we weren't going to have a good program. But there's so many communities out there that's not the MO anymore. It's not, man. We don't develop. But I think that it also goes to the college game too, bro. I think that all of it kind of cycles downhill. And the things that I love about sports and that you love about sports, we're taking out of it. Like that part where Braden Pritchard's not going to be playing tight end at Auburn. But I want him to have an unbelievable high school experience.
Right.
Or the college game. I'm sending Braden Pritchard on to be a tight end at Auburn, but I don't think he's a pro. But I want him to have a great experience at that university that he chose. He's going to get his degree.
Right.
I hope he comes out making six figures. All of those things that were the hopes of every family 10 years ago, we've just thrown away.
We've gotten away from what made this country what it is.
Amen.
And look, we don't sit up here and talk about, and you've been a defender of the capitalism and the
more than you.
Yeah, but I'm a capitalist too. You know that. But I've always said there's steps that you have to go. Like, there's a reason you don't give a 12-year-old a driver's license. You know, maybe that person can drive at 12, but there is a reason you have rules and regulations. And when you get away from the foundations of how things go, when you just start, when kids in college are debating whether they want to turn pro or not, or stay another year in college because they make more money, it's messed up. I almost said something really bad right there, and I stopped myself. But it's really messed up, man.
But it's not just college.
No, it's not. I
mean, it is all the way from. And it's just a sad state of affairs. And does it mean that I don't love sports? No, man. I think if I've had any success in this life, athletics drove it. Outside of my parents, athletics drove every ounce of success that I've had.
It has for a lot of people.
And so I believe in it. It could be music for others. It could be organizations that they're involved in for others. For me and most of my family, it's been athletics because that's where we got our work ethic. That's where we got our competitive spirit. And I don't think a single one of us in my family, outside of me sitting here talking about it, have ever made any money around athletics. But thank the Lord, we've made a lot of money over the years.
It rewarded you in other things other than that.
I know it.
It built your foundation for
But we're getting away from it.
Oh, it's dead, man. Like, we're not teaching any lessons in college anymore. The way this is structured now, this is, you know why you don't develop somebody? You know why college coaches aren't worried about developing? Because it's going out and grabbing what they can go grab.
And now it's high schools the same way.
So we're not worried about the ones coming up because somebody is going to develop them for you, and you're going to go steal them away because you got more money than they do.
Sad state of affairs. Our phone lines are open, 256-234-6221. Get your calls in here on the Auburn Blitz.
I knew this day was coming.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Adams Motorsports of Montgomery knows it's the best time to ride. Right now, get the best deals on all of our Suzuki and Kawasaki street bikes, side-by-sides, four-wheelers, and dirt bikes. Adams Motorsports has it all, and our inventory is vast. Get out there, ride the streets and trails, and let Adams Motorsports make your pleasure our business. With family customer service and service after the sale. It's time to ride, so come see us on Eastern Boulevard in Montgomery or online at adamsmotorsports.com.
L&M Pawn and Gun, located in the USA Factory Stores in Opelika, is East Alabama and West Georgia's complete gun, tactical, and pawn shop. It invites the region to shop over 500 firearms in stock, on the floor, and ready for sale at the market's best values. At L&M Pawn and Gun, we specialize in all tactical guns, equipment, and parts, including AK-47 and AR-15s. Specialized parts for tactical guns as well as suppressors and other parts you can't find anywhere. L&M Pawn and Gun has it all in the USA Factory Stores in Opelika, or shop online, lmpawnandgun.com.
This is Kathy Holmes with Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. Jeff Verner and I opened in East Montgomery 25 years ago and have become the premier butcher shop, wine retailer, and caterer in the River region. We are excited to invite you to our newest location at 2459 East Glen Avenue in Auburn, Opelika. We want to become your one-stop shop for the freshest cuts of meat in town, grab-and-go casseroles, gift items, and the best wine selection in the area. Think of us when catering your next event. Check us out online at steaksandwine.com for daily lunch specials and details on upcoming wine tastings and fun events.
Looking for hometown service and name brands you can trust? Come to Presley Appliance and Furniture. From the best choice in appliances from Whirlpool, Maytag, Amana, and KitchenAid to home furnishings, Presley's is your one-stop shop for comfort and quality. And now we've added the Mattress Shop by Serta Simmons Bedding and top quality sheets and pillows from Caraloha. Shop Presley Appliance and Furniture on Cherokee Road in Alex City or online at PresleyAppliance.com. That's PresleyAppliance.com.
There's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes that are installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind? Welcome to Bunkers. Our friendly staff and vibrant atmosphere make Bunkers the ultimate hangout space for all ages. With 6 state-of-the-art golf simulator stations, you can play around with friends no matter the weather. Enjoy mouth-watering food and a wide variety of handcrafted mixed drinks. With our attached parking deck, access is always hassle-free. Make your next night out unforgettable at Bunkers.
Hillaby Towers is an affordable senior citizens community located in Alexander City on Highway 22 East. Spacious one-bedrooms are available now. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today to find out more information on Alexander City's best-kept secret, 256-329-0552. That's Hillaby Towers in Alexander City.
Visit our new locations in Gadsden and Oxford today.
At Glenn Smith Chevrolet, let's kick off 2026 with a bang. We will not be undersold. Chevy Traverse with 3-row seating up to $7,250 off. The impressive Chevy Equinox up to $5,500 off. Enjoy no payments until springtime. Get your lowest price guaranteed today. Smart people from all over the USA come to Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to smile.
Our show's brought to you each and every day by J.A. Smith Construction and Excavation and Sensagreen Heating, Cooling, and Insulation. Can't thank both of those great partners enough. I talked to Wade Bennett this week. Brett, maybe give you an opportunity here to speak on how good Sensagreen's been to us the last couple of years and their growth pattern here in the Lake Martin region.
Man, they're a great company, man. I mean, you know, when you're looking for – and that's the thing with all of our partners that I say on all of our shows is that, man, we have partnered with some of the best in the business all the way around, every category. I mean, and Sensagreen, again, has expanded this way, but they have been a commodity in Auburn for a long time. And every time I'm in Auburn, which is almost every day now, I see Sensagreen vans. And so they're very – when you let people in your house, you want to trust them.
True.
You know, I was trying to figure out a way to say this, but just cutting through the weeds, they're very reliable, very friendly people that you want in your house. You don't want everybody in your house. I'm just telling you. So the guys at Sensagreen, they're a very competent, loyal, very good reputation company.
256-234-6221 is our phone number. Y'all had a post-game reaction show last night, you and Faith. Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine is our sponsor for that. I thought it was a difficult time to go on a post-game, but Brett.
We're used to it now.
Yeah, you are with the football season.
Gosh,
but
man.
Your take initially after the game last night?
Several things. I think our shooting's still not good. I think our defense is what Stephen Pearl's been saying. I don't know what's wrong with it as far as our transition defense and not getting in front of the guy, in front of your man, like just letting him get by you for an easy shot. And then not the bench. The bench, to me, is the biggest problem here. We don't play but like 7 guys with any substantial minutes. You may throw number 8 in there. Magwood wasn't available last night because of a suspension. I think there's just a lot of that. Like
it does feel like that, doesn't it?
Like there's no continuity at all to this team, and he said it. It's not me up here saying it to you. It's Stephen Pearl is telling everybody we need somebody to he's saying what we all know and what we're seeing on the floor. You got a bunch of guys playing in individual silos. Like, I'm going to go get mine, and let me go try to get mine. And, you know, when you look down and your team night in and night out is 9, 10, 11 assists as a team, you got a problem.
Well, you know, I brought this up on the podcast this morning. I mean, I don't know what we expect. I really don't know what you expect when you've got a team full of transfers.
Right.
So they've already proven that they're not willing to stay where they are. They jump in the portal and go take the highest bidder, and we need them. I mean, Lord knows.
We had to get them because all ours left.
Yeah, and so, but Stephen Pearl takes over where there is no true leadership. And you would like to think that you could coach him up, and he's got such great assistants, and we've developed so well with the exact same coaches outside of Bruce.
Right.
Exact same coaching staff. Our Bowman didn't forget how to develop basketball players. That's the fight I'll have with any Auburn fan right now. I mean, the idea that we're going to blame this on this current coaching staff, and you can send me a message in and say that they chose the players, but I think it's the overall atmosphere of college basketball in general. You know, when you build a product like that coaching staff and Bruce Pearl did last year, where you've got 10 guys that have been around you for multiple years, some upwards of 4 years.
Yep.
And Dylan Cardwell, who
Yep.
was the main leader of that team, he and Denver Jones, I think anybody would say those two
Sure.
guys were the leaders emotionally of that basketball team that had been around as long as they had. There was a culture built. But who the hell's the culture guy on this team?
Yeah, and you know, a lot of times things get lost in the mix. Your only returning player is a sophomore.
Yeah.
I mean, and
who didn't have to lead at all last year?
he was all coming off the bench.
Yeah.
He was the 6th man. So we brought this up in the podcast this morning. You brought it up. I talked about it on the post-game show last night that Todd is not a point guard. I think we're looking at that. We're seeing that. He's being forced to play that because we don't have anybody else. And it's affecting his game all the way around. He obviously is not very good at distributing the basketball. He had 2 assists last night. That's about the common number for him. If he were scored 20 points a game, and he has had some good games, but
yeah.
if he were consistently scoring 20 a game, you could live with maybe not as many assists. But he's not scoring any points. He's not really helping this team night in and night out, and he's not distributing the basketball. So he's just all out of sorts. It was mentioned a couple of times on air that he looked like he was winded, maybe looked like he was sick. You said it this morning. I said it in the postgame last night. I don't know that that's true. I don't know if he's got a bug or whatever, but regardless of that.
Body language wasn't great.
Well, for none of them.
Yeah.
Like the whole team, and I think Stephen Pearl, and you're going to get to this in the next segment, I think he said we had lost before we got there. Like knowing, you know how many you've been on road trips before, and we watched a high school team.
You'll call it.
And I go,
you call it all the time.
They ain't ready, man.
Yep.
They ain't ready.
Mm-hmm.
Like that team, they going to get beat tonight because they are not here.
Yep.
And there was one particular Thursday night game that we went to, and the coach comes walking up to us shaking his head, and we looked, I said, that's over. And
it
went out
was.
there and played horrible. And I know Stephen Pearl, when they arrived in Missouri, probably was like, well, this ain't going to be good tonight.
It's disappointing, but back to my original point, I don't know why we don't expect it. I really don't. You'd like to think that you can do a better job of piecemealing an entirely new squad together, but very difficult.
I got a point I want to bring up to you when we come back, and I want to see what your thoughts are.
256-234-6221, more of the Auburn Blitz right after this.
Chick-fil-A is always the best option when you're on the go, but they are also great when it comes to planning your next event, from tailgating to birthday parties to weddings. Call Chick-fil-A Alexander City at 256-289-7955 for catering or order on the Chick-fil-A app. Make sure to choose the Alexander City location and have your catering order ready to go. Nugget trays, mac and cheese trays, fruit trays, cookie trays, gallons of our famous lemonade or tea, and chilled grilled chicken sub sandwiches, and a lot more options. Make it Chick-fil-A Alexander City for your next event.
For air that's cool and clean, call Sensi Green. For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Sensi Green.
Turn to the experts at Sensigreen and find out how to get up to $1,000 in Carrier Cool Cash rebates. Visit Sensigreen.com today to be worry-free when it comes to your home comfort and indoor air quality.
For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Sensi Green.
Looking for hometown service and name brands you can trust? Come to Presley Appliance and Furniture. From the best choice in appliances from Whirlpool, Maytag, Amana, and KitchenAid to home furnishings, Presley's is your one-stop shop for comfort and quality. And now we've added the Mattress Shop by Serta Simmons Bedding and top-quality sheets and pillows from Caraloha. Shop Presley Appliance and Furniture on Cherokee Road in Alex City or online at PresleyAppliance.com. That's PresleyAppliance.com.
There's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes that are installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters.
At Central Alabama Community College, we provide a quality education that will set you up for success. Whether you're pursuing a degree or advancing your career with technical training, CAC offers premier programs at 4 campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Prattville, and Talladega. From industrial, electronics to machining, our students are prepared for the workforce or further education. At CAC, you'll enjoy vibrant campus life, exciting athletics, and personalized support, all at an affordable price. Your future starts here at CAC. Apply today.
This is Kathy Holmes with Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. Jeff Verner and I opened in East Montgomery 25 years ago and have become the premier butcher shop, wine retailer, and caterer in the River region. We are excited to invite you to our newest location at 2459 East Glen Avenue in Auburn, Opelika. We want to become your one-stop shop for the freshest cuts of meat in town, grab-and-go casseroles, gift items, and the best wine selection in the area. Think of us when catering your next event. Check us out online at steaksandwine.com for daily lunch specials and details on upcoming wine tastings and fun events.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind? Welcome to Bunkers. Our friendly staff and vibrant atmosphere make Bunkers the ultimate hangout space for all ages. With 6 state-of-the-art golf simulator stations, you can play around with friends no matter the weather. Enjoy mouth-watering food and a wide variety of handcrafted mixed drinks. With our attached parking deck, access is always hassle-free. Make your next night out unforgettable at Bunkers.
Henderson & Coker is a premier custom general contractor located in Central Alabama. With over 50 years of industry experience, Henderson & Coker has been crafting stunning custom residential and commercial spaces for families and businesses throughout Alabama and Georgia. If you're in the market for a top-of-the-line luxury home or specialized commercial work, contact the experts at 256-750-7383 and check them out on the web at hendersonandcoker.com.
Welcome back into the Auburn Blitz. Our phone number is 256-234-6221. About halfway through with the show today, Brett. And your post-game reaction show sponsor is our next sponsor that we want to talk about here, and that's Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine.
Yes, it is. And, man, they do such a great job. And, man, I'm hungry right now because I hadn't eaten anything today, and I have to talk about Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. And, man, their pork chops, their ribs, their steaks, their tiger tails. If you don't know what a tiger tail is, you just got to go get one. I'll just tell everybody. All right, since I told, it's chicken breast wrapped. It's jalapeno cheese with inside infused in the chicken breast wrapped in bacon. Put that on the grill. See how that goes for you.
It's kind of keto-ish too.
Oh, yeah. Man.
You know what I mean?
It's
that like if that's the diet that you're on, you can get away with it on
the
that.
heck out of those things, man, and be content as you want to be. But the wine selection is phenomenal, and they got all kind of other stuff in there. Don't take our word for it. Go check them out in Auburn and Montgomery. Been around for 25 years in Montgomery. Kathy is the best. Jeff is the best meat guy anywhere. I'll put him up against anybody back there. When he cuts those pork chops and those steaks, man, you will. Once you do it, once you take it to your house, you ain't no going back. You come back with something else, everybody's like, well, what is this crap? So I've ruined our family because every event I have to go cater pepper trees.
And Brett's a great chef too, by the way. That sucker can cook well. You are a really good cooker. You're very good, like my brother, very good at it. But I don't think you cook up to their standard.
No, Jeff's the man, dude. Like his ribs are the best, and you just got to go try it. They're great.
All right, you made a good comment during the break. I'm going to let you do that and ask me here. I do semi know where you're going with it, and I think you're dead on.
Well, you want to know why a team doesn't have chemistry and continuity. So you start thinking about, well, how did they get to this point? What is missing? And it's easy to go, well, there's no leader, or we don't have this, or whatever. Is there part of this team? And again, getting to know each other. Everybody's personality doesn't always jihad.
No.
Some years you could go get 10 guys and they just hit it off and go to the moon. Other years you get 10 guys and it just don't quite mesh, and maybe somebody's at each other's throat and kind of fix the locker room. We don't know any of that. But is there part of this team that had, hey, I got recruited by Bruce Pearl. I came to Auburn under Bruce Pearl. Oh, and at the last second he left. And, yeah, all those coaches are there. Stephen Pearl's there. Everybody had a hand in getting the guys there. But to leave in the 12th hour like that, is there part of them that's still going, man, this ain't what I signed up for, dude? And I'm not saying that's what's going on. And that's not a cut on Stephen. And maybe that's Stephen getting dealt a bad hand too.
Yes.
Because he's got a bunch of guys. And I was going somewhere else with that comment. Another caveat is, do they really respect him? Are they listening to what he's saying? Because this first quote, we're not good enough to just show up. I would like to know the reaction of them when he's really getting in them in the locker room and what that is. Are they paying attention? Are they soaking that in? Are they looking at the floor? Are they looking around? Are they distracted? I don't know that. We're not privy to that. Now, again, we get to see when he wins his first SEC game, he gets the game ball and everybody's hugging and all that. When you win, that's how it goes. You find out the true character of everybody and the true status
when things don't go your way.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't know who's pouting. Is there anybody pouting?
Yeah.
Are there people at each other's throat? I don't know that, but there's got to be a reason why this team doesn't feel like it has any continuity.
Well, I haven't thought about that angle, but I think you're dead on. I would be. It would be something that would stick out to me. If you're just finding us today, I more than anything am trying to be more vocal than anyone to defend Stephen Pearl. And I know we got to go to the phone lines, but I want to finish this thought.
Yeah.
And the reason is that no coach, I don't care if it's your dad or who it is, no coach leaves when he's got his best squad.
No doubt.
You're not leaving that. And you know when my squad's not going to be quite up to the standard that I've had it before, same as a football team, same as a baseball team. I don't care what sport you're in, nobody leaves when they got their best.
No question.
It doesn't happen. And so it's a tough situation for Stephen, and I think we need to tap the brakes and be a little bit generous with our takes here as Auburn fans to think, give the guy a chance.
Let's just see how it plays out.
Give this staff.
He's got to be able to go out and get more. Like here, the true test of Stephen Pearl is not the results this year.
Correct.
It's who can he bring in. Who you're going to find out if top dogs out there want to come to Auburn and play for him.
I think
that's going to be the true tell.
Yep.
Caller, go ahead.
Hey guys, it's Luke. How's it going?
What's great, Luke?
You know, it's funny y'all are talking about this because I was talking to somebody a few days ago, and their son, who's a little bit younger, was talking about, well, what if I don't want to go to college? And, you know, because what I want to study or what I want to be doesn't really necessarily need a degree per se. And he and I were talking about how, college is not necessarily just to get a degree. I mean, it can be, and it can be for some people. If you want to get an MBA, if you want to be a doctor, if you want to be a lawyer, I mean, sure, I get it. But I'll probably speak for both of y'all. Most of my experience with college and most everything I gained from college are the connections I made and the friends I made, the relationships I had, the social environment, getting to learn how to handle certain things, and that only comes with familiarity. And I think that's what a lot of these kids are missing out. When you look at somebody like TJ Finley, he's on his, 6th or 7th school. He's going to Incarnate Word. And so where are his roots? Now, I'm not here to tell you that one guy is doing his life wrong. I mean, that's not for me to say, but the big picture, I think that when you have all this moving around, it's not good because you don't get to experience the ups and the downs necessarily and get to see how hard it is to work through a downtime in a program and then come out on top, or how to deal with when you're on top and the program starts declining, that you don't know how to deal with some failures that people aren't used to. And I think all those things are fantastic life lessons. And you could say, well, what about somebody like a Carmelo Anthony or a Cam Newton who just spent 1 year at their particular school, or even a Jalen Hurts who ended up transferring after 4 years and graduating at Alabama? I would say, yeah, there are exceptions to all the rules, and if that particular person were to lead your team to an unbelievable national championship and ingratiate himself in the community, yeah, okay, that's the exception. But for the most part, it's usually a bunch of guys who are there for a year and then they're gone. I mean, I'm going to forget some of the guys that transferred to Alabama last season because they didn't really play, and now they've already transferred again, and I have no idea where they are.
Luke, I think you bring up outstanding points, and I think that's why you see society decaying, because it's what Randy and I talked about. There's just certain things that you learn by going through a process and going through the steps of life. And when you skip those steps, when you immediately hand somebody something they've never really worked for or had to earn, then you're cutting out all the things that make you appreciative of how you got there. And I think you're spot on. It's not just necessarily what you get out of a book from a college. It's all the things that you gain socially, learning how to deal with life lessons, all the stuff you just said.
Well, think about this. Think about, what they call the greatest generation and what they had to go through and the war and everything and how hard and how tough times were. Yet those people did the best stuff because tough times don't last, tough people do, and that's what Bear Bryant used to say. And it's so true. Yet now we have to almost make up things to be upset about. And, you have to use certain pronouns or call somebody a cat if they identify as a cat or whatever. And if you don't, they get super upset and everybody's mad at you. We have to make up stuff to be infuriated about so that we can pretend like we've overcome something. And the fact of the matter is, our particular generation and up, we've had it 10 times easier. And we need to be grateful for that. You're right. But going back to what I was saying is like that greatest generation going through those tough times made them great people. I mean, the bad people, the ones that couldn't take it, they were weeded out. And the good ones, the good ones with good hearts and good work ethic and good morals and good values, they grew from it. And they had families that ended up growing from it. But eventually you get to a point where we are now where it's like, I get what the players are saying. If you go to a school and the school promised you, hey, you're going to get to do this and study that and get all these benefits, and then you don't get it, okay, I get it. Or if the coach is fired and you're like, hey, I don't want to play for this new coach. I get that. I understand. But this thing where one particular kid can move 6 or 7 times, how is that good for anybody?
It ain't good for nobody.
No, it's a great point, Luke. We appreciate the call. Got to head off to a break, buddy. And
it's all good points, though, brother.
All right, see y'all.
256-234-6221 is our phone number. A couple more segments here on the Auburn Blitz.
I'm Joseph Dean with Lake Martin Funeral Home and Cremation in Dadeville. We're located at 16797 Highway 280, which is on the corner of 280 and 49 North. With an on-site crematory in Opelika and a cemetery in Tallapoosa County, we are a full-service funeral home. To get in touch with us, feel free to come by or call us, 256-750-0381. And for any other questions, you can visit the website at lakemartinfuneralhome.com.
What's the verdict?
Can't fix your heat pump. Need a new one.
Uh-oh. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Daikin.
Call on Kevin Kill and Sunshine Heating and Air at 256-825-4849, Central Alabama's premier Daikin dealer.
So what's he thinking?
Oh, he's thinking Daikin.
Daikin, one of the top selling in the world.
Now I'm thinking Daikin.
Daikin. Comfort for life.
A fresh start begins at home. This new year, Dixie Electric Plumbing and Air is bringing comfort your way with maintenance inspections starting at just $29 and installations as low as $50 a month. Start the year right with Dixie.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at BamaSheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
Hi, I'm Abby Guy, Vice President at Riverbank and Trust. They say that most banks offer the same products, but Riverbank offers something most can't: personal connection. We love getting to know our customers by name and making them feel special with every interaction. It's a feeling of warm hospitality you won't find anywhere else. Experience it for yourself.
Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area.
The all-new Winter Timber is now open, located right next to the Walmart Market across from the Auburn Mall. If the outdoors is your lifestyle, Winter Timber is your new headquarters. From rifles, ammo, and hunting supplies, camo, and all the outdoor essentials, they've got it in stock and ready for you. Winter Timber is here to serve Auburn, Opelika, and the entire Lake Martin area, and they'll make the drive worth it. For the best selection and the best service in outdoor gear, one name says it all: Winter Timber, the best in outdoor needs.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
Lake Martin Mobile Detailing is the #1 auto and boat detailing company in Central Alabama. Don't trust your vehicle or boat to just anybody. Hire the professionals. Top-of-the-line ceramic coating, detailing, gel coat restoration, and paint correction gives you the options to take care of your boat or vehicle the right way. Located on Highway 63, just about 2 miles from Highway 280 in Alexander City, Lake Martin Mobile Detailing will have you riding in style. Call them today at 256-794-2328.
When you want quality, selection, price, superior financing, and a pain-free buying experience, look no further than Sons Automotive Group of Montgomery and Auburn. Sons of Montgomery offers the best selection of Kias, Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Ram trucks. Conveniently located on Eastern Boulevard, Sons Ford of Auburn is the region's Ford volume dealer. And when you shop at any Sons location, they will maximize all incentives and financing options for anyone's credit. Whether Kia, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram in Montgomery, or Ford in Auburn, Sons Automotive treats you like family because they are family driven.
Auburn Blitz. Wanted to run down a couple of Stephen Pearl's comments as we start back up the program here. You started on it, but I'll hit up. Yeah, we're not good enough to just show up. We have to be excited to play every single night and play with the same effort and energy we did on Saturday against Arkansas. I don't know. We didn't have that same fire pregame and leading up to today. I thought we had a couple of really good practices, but once we got here, I just didn't see the same intensity. And I'll kind of stop with that, Brett, man. When you feel that, when you know that something's a little off and you don't have a true leader to lean on to say we got to get this thing going back in the right direction, that's one of the toughest things to deal with as a coach. And unfortunately for Stephen Pearl, I think he's dealing with that a lot with this group this year.
Yeah, and, again, I was hoping that the Arkansas game was, hey, this team figured this thing out. Keyshawn Hall seemed to have been vocal for a couple of days. He came out, had a 32-point night, really kind of led the team and in the communication on the floor. They played with high energy. Tahad had a better night distributing the basketball against Arkansas. I think he had 6 or 7 assists. It felt like, they figured it out. They figured out how to take this team and these pieces and go out and give themselves a chance to be dominant every single night. And then you go a few days later and go on the road, and it's the other side of the spectrum, a completely bipolar version of what you saw on Saturday. And that's the hard part. When you got that extreme, when you can go and win by 25 and then you go and play as poorly as Auburn played, and it's not us saying it, it's here's Stephen Pearl saying, we had too many defensive breakdowns, just poor communication on switching it. This is a broken record, man. This guy says this every week.
Yep.
If I've heard him say that once,
and it's not like him and the staff, because you can say Bruce is the one coaching defense.
Yeah.
There's no part of me that thinks Bruce coached up defense any more than these guys he's got with him working with.
Stephen Pearl was his defensive coordinator.
And think about some of the defensive teams that we've had in the last 6 or 7 years that he's been involved with. So, he knows what good defense looks like, and you either give the effort and play as a team and communicate as a team, or you don't. And right now, Auburn's just not doing it consistently.
They're not doing it consistently. And again, I told you this morning. I don't know what the fix is at this point. I know there's a lot of basketball left to be played. Mm-hmm. Faith and I went through a what if last night on the post game. And I said, I'm going to say the game, and you tell me if you think it's going to be a win or a loss.
Ooh.
And now we were a little bit tried to keep our orange and blue glasses off, but we tried to give Auburn the benefit of the doubt. So we came up with 8 more wins
mm-hmm.
in SEC play, and 5 more losses.
Mm-hmm.
That would put Auburn
9-9.
It would put them at 10-8, I think. Right?
No, we've only won one SEC
game. So we had them winning 9.
Yeah.
So we had them winning 9, going 10-8, and 20-12 overall.
Okay.
Now again,
they'll be thrilled. I think that's some heavy orange and blue glasses.
I said. That's on the best case scenario side.
Yeah.
There's a lot of what ifs and ifs in there. Now, again, you can break that down as many ways as you want to, but I think that's the best Auburn can do at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're looking at maybe 9 more wins, probably 8 or 7 is realistic, and being a bubble team. I really think.
I think starting the year, if you heard me and you talk about this, it was that.
Yep.
I think that would be considered a tremendous success in year one with this squad, to me. Auburn didn't go out and spend Michigan money this year.
No.
Auburn needs 2 or 3 more pieces to be highly competitive, and they don't have them. And they didn't spend the money to keep CBM, and they didn't spend the money to go out and get Yoxel and others. And we kind of get what we get. And if we get to that 10-8 mark and make another NCAA tournament, I'd be thrilled. And we got one more segment here coming up after this. Reminder, our great corporate partners here on the Auburn Blitz side, J.A. Smith Construction and Sensagreen Heating and Air.
At Central Alabama Community College, we provide a quality education that will set you up for success. Whether you're pursuing a degree or advancing your career with technical training, CAC offers premier programs at 4 campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Prattville, and Talladega. From industrial, electronics to machining, our students are prepared for the workforce or further education. At CAC, you'll enjoy vibrant campus life, exciting athletics, and personalized support, all at an affordable price. Your future starts here at CAC. Apply today.
Bundle your home and auto and save money with State Farm's personal price plan. Contact State Farm agent Ron Carroll today at 256-378-6631 or visit him on Highway 280 in Childersburg. Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer availability, and eligibility may vary.
For air that's cool and clean, call Sensagreen. For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Sensagreen.
Turn to the experts at Sensagreen and find out how to get up to $1,000 in carrier cool cash rebates. Visit Sensagreen.com today to be worry-free when it comes to your home comfort and indoor air quality.
For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Sensagreen.
Central Alabama. This is our home. It's where we work, where we play, where we raise our families and grow old. And in the unfortunate event we become sick with cancer, thanks to UAB Medicine Russell Medical Cancer Center, this is where we heal also. We have invested in new technologies and expertise so that now we're able to treat all sorts of cancers, and you never have to leave Tallapoosa County. UAB Medicine Russell Medical Cancer Center. Compassionate, convenient, collaborative cancer care right here at home.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
SignSource is your local vendor for commercial and residential sign manufacturing and installation. We offer all kinds of lighted and non-lighted signage, from retail signs, LED message centers, event banners, vehicle wraps, the whole spectrum. We also offer service and repair on existing signs, as well as retrofitting to LED or installation of outsourced signage. We have the knowledge necessary to fulfill all of your signage needs in the short or long term. Visit signsourcenow.com to get started.
Buying a home or property can be the biggest investment of your life. The Wisdom Firm is licensed to close any property purchase in the entire state of Alabama. The offices on both Bent Creek Drive in Auburn and Highway 49 South at beautiful Lake Martin. The Wisdom Firm has you covered. Give Travis and his team a call at 334-826-0722 or check them out at www.auburnlegal.com for all your real estate closing needs. No representation is made that the quality of legal services is greater than the quality of legal services made by other attorneys.
Folks around these parts have known for a long time that Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is your #1 stop for automotive service and repair. At Walls Tire, you'll always find quality service at a fair price on everything from AC, name brand tires, big or small repairs, routine maintenance, towing, and more. When your car or truck needs to run right, there's one place in the area to go, conveniently located and easy to find. Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area.
Couple more minutes, Brett. Let me ask, a big deal, little deal, or no deal? Auburn will have a traditional spring game this year. Big deal, little deal, no deal?
I think it's a big deal because I think last year it was fine. The weather was good. But, now that you don't have that spring portal, you can go out there and have a game. You can see what some guys can do. And you ain't got to worry about some type of, espionage and, somebody trying to come in the next portal window and steal some of your players away. So it'll be a good opportunity for people to see really kind of how Alex Golesh and his staff and these new players get after it.
I agree. The SEC will not win the national title in football for the third straight year. Big deal, little deal, no deal.
I think it's becoming a pattern.
I do too.
I think you can look at bowl records and stuff. People
Why
go,
do you think that is?
I think the parity and you just
other people have money too.
Yeah, that's it, man. That's really the bottom line. I think it's just not. I don't think the SEC has taken a lot of steps backwards. I just think other people have stepped up to the plate, and now they're going, well, it's important to us too, and let's go prove that it's important. The Texas Techs of the world, the Indianas of the world, that we never would have ever talked about it, were teams that were in the playoffs and one still playing for a national championship.
And a couple of these other rules have teams like Indiana that are built the right way that become like Auburn was in basketball last year, very old.
Right.
And when you can have the oldest team with good talent, doesn't even have to be as good as the 19-year-old talent, but you're 24 years old. If you don't think that's a massive difference.
That's massive, man.
If I were a basketball program, I'd build it like that every year if I could.
That's right. Developmentally, mentally, and physically, it's a big difference.
True or false, Auburn has done enough in the portal to compete in 2026?
Yes. And I said it, I think I said it this morning.
You did.
Can Byron Brown be the difference maker in getting Auburn to the top? The reason I said that is not that I'm saying he's going to come in and be Cam Newton and lead Auburn to a national title. He could. I don't know. He could. Who knows in this day?
Good player.
Could he be that dominant of a player with good pieces around him? And I think Alex Golesh, I think Auburn's right now ranked 15th in portal class. Pretty dang solid, man.
Pretty solid, and also I think if you take into consideration how many of those guys are South Florida guys that already know a lot more, right. I give a couple of bumps up based off of just experience with one another. If that doesn't pay off, I don't understand football. I agree.
That is massive because those linemen, those receivers, Byron Brown, the running back, all of them played together last year. They're just putting on a different uniform.
All right, last one, true or false. Skill position players transition from G5 to Power 4 much better than linemen.
I'm going to say yeah. I would say yeah. I think if you're a guy that, like a Singleton and a Coger, I think you're going to see them translate to the SEC, be fine.
In that system.
Yeah, in that system. I mean, you saw Singleton have a great game against Florida this year. So what's the difference? I mean, yeah, I think, but now linemen, the elite lines, and maybe you've been playing at lesser levels, you come up here and you realize pretty quick it's a different world. So I do think it translates easier for skill guys than it does.
The only thing that I would add to that is it's really based off of system and who's coaching better, of course, on both sides of the ball. And from Auburn's standpoint right now, we've had more success on the defensive side of the ball bringing, and it could be considered linemen, defensive linemen that they may not be the Nick Fairley, but we've had a lot of success with players that have come from a lower classification up to D1 and have done exactly what we asked them to do and what we needed when we went and got them. Way better than we have on the offensive side. Our skill position guys, we have struck out over and over and over again.
We were talking about, and this is kind of a little bit off topic, I want to squeeze it in. We're talking about Ty Simpson and whether he's going to go stay in college or go pro. I think he's going to go pro. But, everybody's like, well, all right, Ty Simpson. And I even said, I don't know what the enamorization with Ty Simpson. I think he's a good quarterback. Is he worth $6.5 million? No, not in my opinion. But you go, well, and I saw a bunch of comments. People said, well, he was playing behind one of the worst offensive lines in the country. And I'm like, that is amazing.
It is.
I thought about what you said in that Man, ain't a single one of them guys up there wanting a 4 or 5 star.
No, it's like saying that Alabama doesn't have a good running game and then looking at their top 4 running backs and what they were ranked.
Number 4, top 4. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Like, you know, a lot of it has to do, and saw another guy that covers Auburn just tweet out saying, you know, talent ain't everything. Culture and development still count. And he's referring to Indiana on some things, and I know they're the outlier, and I think that's why they're America's team right now, because it feels like it's the last hold of what college football has been for all of us for so long. So,
well, it's wild times out there. It's a constant conversation, and that's why we do this daily, 12 to 1 here on the Auburn Blitz. For Brett Pritchard, I'm Randy Lee saying thanks for tuning in.